coverage with Austin Daigle. Now, severe weather coverage with Austin Daigle.
It's like if you're in Springtown, you're getting hammered by storms right now. Looks like we got around dime size hail. This is about to move into Bentonville. Let's get a look at the wind velocity. The strongest winds are recorded inside the storm near Highfield and Springtown on Highway 12, around 45-50 miles per hour. So this will be moving. So the rain. So it's oh gosh, let's back up. So it's going to start raining in the Cave Springs area in just a few moments. This is going to be moving into Bethel Heights and probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes. The main core is going to be moving into the Springdale area probably the next 20 minutes. Got a big core hail, looks to be winding down, but it's still pretty active, probably around nickel size. Moving into Watts right now. So moving to the Ree area in probably the next 20 to 25 minutes. Prairie Grove probably the next 35 minutes. Farmington probably the next 40 minutes. Let's get a look at this core. This will be moving into Farmington about the next 40 to 45 minutes. Fayetteville probably next 45 to 50 minutes. If you're on the Interstate 45 on 49 right now, this will be affecting y'all probably the next 43 minutes. So these are the two areas we need to watch. This area near Siloam Springs and Watts Highway on US 59 for a hail, and then this area near Highfield Gentry for these core winds. And it looks like the core winds look to be spreading out in all throughout the storm right now. So we do need to keep an eye on that for the driving wind and rain, because that could cause some damage. Looks like the area of hail, looks like the winds are starting to get to around the 40 to 45 miles per hour right now. So that looks to be all we're covering right now. There's a again, there's a wind boundary or an outflow boundary that's supposed to be producing from this, moving to the south right now. I'm gonna get a look at this real quick. See if we can pull up one of our eye cams. So let's get a look from our afternoon on that storm. So let's go back to a Viper radar right now. Alright, so this looks like there's some strong winds moving into that area. Probably nearing about 50 miles an hour. Got some rotation on the southern side. Doesn't look to be anything. So we're going to keep an eye on this right here for just a few moments. This probably isn't nothing. Let's see if we can get inside and we can look quick. Oh lordy. I don't think that did it. storm's taking me. So we're looking for possible rotation, which I don't think there's much at all. So let's keep an eye right there. There should be that'd be on the leading edge. So there's nothing. I'm not confirming anything right now. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Right now, so it looks like there's some storms moving into so some strong hail moving into, or some large hail moving into the Watts area right now. Let's put a track on this. This looks to be around $half size. This will be moving into the Rhea area. The Rhea area in probably the next 25 minutes or so. This is affecting US 59 and Highway 59, South 59 right now. So let's keep that up right now. Looks like that's, yeah, that take it out for sure. So there's nothing, there should be nothing right there right now, but there is a good core winds probably nearing about 55 miles per hour. There shouldn't be anything right there right now. So this looks like, so now there's just going to be a core winds moving into Summers, possibly Summers, probably not really, probably the north side of Summers, on Highway 59 around, and this will definitely be moving into Rhea in probably the next 20 minutes. Alright. So let's look at hail. It's getting, the hail is starting to, yeah, let's look and see how tall the storm is. Oh, this storm is pretty tall. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was actual rotation. Because that storm's probably a good 55,000 feet tall. Yeah, look at the top of that thing. So there's definitely probably a big hail core moving into the Rhea area right now, because and that will probably be, and this storm looks to be about 56,000 feet tall. So do stay alert if you're on Highway 59 in Rhea, because there's $half size hail moving into that area. This is going to be moving into the Prairie Grove area in about the next 30 minutes. So we're going to keep an eye on this for y'all. Yeah, it's a big old thunderstorm that's going to be moving into the Prairie Grove area and West Fork in about the next 45 minutes. Looks like Pea Ridge is starting to get affected right now. Bentonville, I don't think you're gonna see too much of anything right now. Let's get a look at the South Fayetteville camera. Let's see what's going on in Siloam Springs right now. I don't think that camera's gonna pull up. So let's look at, can we go to our let's go to the Highway 62, and you can see in a maze. Let's go to that camera right now. Probably around half an inch or so. So basically what we are just talking about, because I just realized the audio was off. Got a strong thunderstorm. This is not from Siloam Springs. This is from our Fayetteville camera. Looking to our west right now. Let's go to Viper. We have a severe thunderstorm. There's some large hail being produced from this. Let's see if we can turn this off. So I got some large hail moving into the Prairie Grove area right now. This is probably near a quarter of an inch. Some very, let's look at the wind profile right now, and there's still that area of rotation I was looking at. Nothing too serious, but the winds right there are nearing probably around 40 miles an hour, so there should be nothing the way of anything right now. If we look at rotation, there's still some, so that would be the area to watch. But I don't think there's anything right now. The echo tops are at around 54,000 feet, so it's a massive storm that's going to be moving into the Ree area. So do stay alert on this thunderstorm. Let's go to hail. This is about a quarter of an inch. This is about a quarter-inch size hail going to be moving in the Prairie Grove area in about the next 30 minutes, and the Ree area in probably the next 15-20 minutes. So stay alert. Even if you're on the highway right now, stay alert, because this is some large hail moving through, some very gusty winds and heavy rain. Do be alert on the heavy rain, because it looks like there's a lot of heavy rain there for one period of time, so that could cause some flash flooding. So do not drive on those flooded roads. If there is any flash flooding, don't drive on the flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. We want you to stay safe. So again, this warning's out until 3 p.m. It's a big old mess about to be moving into that area. Probably go watch the camera. Let's get a look from our Fayetteville camera. No, that's a live look from Highway 62 near you. As we got another Looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. And that was my weather radio to, for the people that got scared right there. Let's see, that's Washington County. Oh lordy. It's for 60 miles per hour winds and penny-sized hail. So there's some core winds moving into Ree right now. It's probably around 45 miles an hour. This is all radar indicated. The warnings and radar indicated. So this is until 3:45 p.m. Let's see. Oh lordy. Look at that. So we're gonna take just a short break here at the station real quick, and we'll be back to you. This is severe weather coverage with Austin Nagel, and we will be back in just a few moments.
Now, severe weather coverage with Austin Daigle.
Good afternoon, y'all. I'm Alex Nagel from the LH Weather Team. We got a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Washington County. This is for Washington County and northeastern Adair County. We got some strong winds moving through Fayetteville, and Greenland, Prairie Grove, and Ree, and some large hail too. See if we can pull up the iCam. So let's pull up our live camera. Let's see if I can get back out here. It's about to be moving on to let's see where the camera's on US 62. So this is where the camera's gonna be right now. It's very heavy rain moving to that area. Let's put a stop motion on this marker right here. So it's moving to Ree right now. Moving towards Prairie Grove in about the next 15-20 minutes with around 40 miles per hour winds. About to be moving to the Springdale area. I got some strongers up here near Cassville and Washburn. So this looks to all be moving towards our southwest. So if this storm holds up, it's going to be affecting. Let's start at Westville. It's going to be affecting Franklin County in the next 3 hours. If we put this storm motion right here, so. It'll start affecting this area in probably the next around 2-3 hours. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. Looks like I got a wind boundary, an outflow boundary that's moving to our south. Oh God, Lordy. So let's get a look at this outflow boundary that's moving to our south. Has a good amount of wind on it though. So that's moving to the south. Will be affecting Winslow, Chester, Mountainburg, Brentwood, West Fork, Cass, St. Paul, Wesley, Durham, and Elkins in probably the next 1 to 2 hours. So do stay alert on this and stay with us, and we'll keep you up to date. Got another heat advisory. This is for today and tomorrow too. So it's about to be moving into the Fayetteville area. Looks like good core winds moving out to Fayetteville, probably around 30 miles an hour. Farmington's about to get a good core winds near Highway 62. It's around 40 to 45 miles per hour winds. Looks like there's some more storms starting to form to the south near West Fork. This is near 49. Fayetteville, Johnson. Let's see. We got some. Let's look at the hail indicator right now. Looks like we got some fairly good size hail about to move into the Lincoln, Prairie Grove area, Highway 62, around nickel size, around penny to nickel size hail. So there's some this whole storm is filled with core winds embedded in all of these. So do stay alert. These are around 40 to 45, up near 50 miles an hour possible. So do stay alert. Keep it tuned here. We'll keep you updated. Let's see if we can. Let's go to our Fayetteville iCam. Taking a live look from our Fayetteville camera right now. It's really windy out there right now. It looks like it's about to start pouring down. So that's so if you're on Highway 62 right now, do stay alert. Let's go back to Viper Doppler radar right now. Some good. It looks like the winds are starting to gain strength in these storms for sure. We got some core winds. This is going to move in the Prairie Grove area right now, probably around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Core winds is moving towards West Fork, around 40 miles per hour. Greenland, Farmington, Fayetteville. This will be affecting 6th Street, City Lake Road, Highway 71 Business, South 112, South 180. It's just West Town and North Fayetteville, Highway Interstate 49. It's near West Fork, US 71, Greenland, all these areas. So do stay alert in these areas right here. It looks like an outflow boundary has now made it to Dutch Mills with around 30 miles per hour winds. It's on Highway 59. Core winds moving into the Boston Mountains right now, around 40 miles per hour. So, dude, it looks like more storms are starting to grow on this outflow boundaries, and that's what we're going to be keeping an eye on for the rest of the afternoon to see what these storms do. If they dive south or they keep moving southeast. So, if you guys in the Fort Smith area, Lavaca, Greenwood, Van Buren, Alma, those stay alert for the next about 3-4 hours. We're gonna watch this outflow boundary as it dives south to see if more storms form on it, because the air is saturated, has enough energy to produce more storms. So do stay alert on this if you're in the river north near the river, near the Arkansas River and I-40. Looks like now detecting quarter-size hail just to the southwest of Prairie Grove, moving towards West Fork. Winslow in about the next hour. Looks like there's some more storms forming down there. Let's get a look at the wind velocity. This is now affecting the Fayetteville area, Greenland. Greenland, you're about to get hit with around 45-mile-per-hour winds. West Fork probably near 40 miles per hour winds. See Prairie Grove right now. Let's zoom into town as y'all are getting affected. Very heavy rain, around 40-mile-per-hour winds. And on the southwest side of town, probably nearest quarter-size hail. Looks like another storm. Storm starting to form down here near the Roland area. Let's just look at that real quick. That's probably developed within the last 15 minutes. It looks like it produced an outflow boundary. Look at there. So that's just barely stationary. This we're near Remy, Roland, in the Roland area near Van Buren and I-40. So it'll be a little cool shower to cool you all off up there. But the big storms are in northwest Arkansas right now. So this is moving into Greenland with around 34 mile an hour or 34 knots. Looks like the storms are starting to get stronger, especially as they move into West Fork. Around 40 mile an hour wind. There's a core winds around 45, 50 mile per hour winds in the rural area of Washington County, southern Washington County. Embedded in all of this rain is around a good 30 to 40. 30, I'm just gonna say ranging from 25 to 45 mile per hour winds. So do be alert on these storms. At Prairie Grove, you're getting hit with very strong winds right now. South side probably around. Town probably around 50 mile per hour winds with probably about nickel-sized hail. So this is moving towards West Fork. It's probably gonna be affecting just the south of West Fork, but it's gonna be affecting I-49. So traffic may slow down just a little bit. Yes, if we can, let's pull up our Fayette. Let's see if we can pull up an iCam near Winslow. So let's take a live look from our 49 cam. This is from Winslow right now. It's starting to rain. I think the storms aren't there yet. Well, there's development actually. So there's more development in front of this storm. So that's gonna cool that area off before the actual storm's there. So it may weaken some of the other storms, behind it, but not much. But once the sun goes down, the storm potential should start to weaken just a little bit. But that's not going to be for another 5 hours or so. So keep it here. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. Let's get a look at traffic right now. If we can get a zoom, if we can zoom down, maybe. Let's take off radar. So looks like traffic right now is starting to be slow in Fayetteville. Got some slow traffic near Savoy. Very slow traffic on Highway 59 near Watts. The Watts community. We've got some slowdowns on 62 and 16. So the usual slowdowns from all this rain. Let's go back to Viper radar right now. As you can see, the storms are. It looks like the other warning down there was expired, and up here, so Bentonville really didn't get much. They got. My voice cracked. I don't know why. It looks like the storm split, and y'all just went down the middle of it. So y'all barely got much. There was a little more formation on the northeast side of town, but there's a big blob on this in Washington County right now, and this has a very good amount of winds, rain, and hail, probably a lot of lightning, and good flash flood potential for this area too. And this is going to be making its way towards Winslow near Crawford, probably to the northwest or northeast side of Crawford County, southwest Madison, and northwest Franklin in probably the next hour and a half or two. And this has a good amount of winds in all of this rain. And let's see how tall the storm is. It's got to be, and it's a lot of energy. I mean, look at the storms. They're probably near 30, 40,000 feet tall. Let's go look at the echo tops. And there's some areas probably near 40. It's mainly just near 40,000. It's very tall for. So, I mean, this could have a good impact on the area. A big old impact. Looks like some very strong winds, probably near 55 miles per hour. Nearing, let's see, this is between Evansville and West Fork, moving towards I-49, and that'll be affecting Winslow in probably the next 30 to 45 minutes. So keep it tuned here. We will keep you updated. Near that core winds is probably near a marble-sized hail. So this big blob of rain. This is full of So this is full of between 40 to 60 mile per hour winds. So stay alert, especially if you're near Winslow. Because if you're in this area, general vicinity, let me show you. So if you're between here and there, you're gonna be just like training of storms. The whole storm is training itself, so that could cause some flash flooding. So if you're in this could be on the bad side since it's moving in that mountains. It could have some flash flooding possible, so do stay alert, especially if you're near West Fork, in Prairie Grove, Winslow, because we could be seeing some flash flooding possible since we got a big area of heavy rain. It's not moving that fast either, so that's making it even worse. So we could have rain potential probably up to near 1, 2, possibly even 3 inches. So stay alert with us on that. We will keep you updated. So let's see if we can get storm total for the last hour. And yeah, there's some areas right now showing around. I'm looking on my map on my mobile device, and there's some areas near northeastern Adair County showing around 2 inches right now. In the last hour, it's near half an inch to 1 inch, but there's some areas, localized areas, probably near an inch to 2 inches. So stay alert on those storms because that could be causing some flash flooding for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they possibly issued a flash flood warning, but just even if they don't, do stay aware of this situation. Looks like I got some more storms near Evansville developing. This is along that outflow boundary. As you can see, it's moving to the south, so I don't know if we can get a timing on that outflow boundary or what. So let's see how much time. So this will be so that outflow boundary will be diving to the south into the Fort Smith area in about an hour. Van Buren about the next 45 minutes. Cedarville about 30 minutes. If it keeps going, keep getting storms to form, it'll be affecting Greenwood about the next hour and 15. Mansfield probably about the next hour and 30 minutes. And Waldron probably about the next 2 hours. If this outflow boundary keeps going and affects, and it looks like there's some more storms starting to form near just south of Mount Vernon near Rudy, north of Dyer, on Highway 71. This is probably only producing about P to marble size hail. So let's get back on this storm right here, and let's see what's going on. So it looks like there's some good core winds near some of the rural areas of Washington County, around 60 miles an hour, and there's some more core winds moving near West Fork, around 50 to 55 miles per hour. This is now affecting I-49, Greenland area. So it's just a big mess of rain going on right now. Looks like there's some more storms forming near Huntsville, just the north of Huntsville. Has probably around producing out nickel size hail. Looks like there's some around quarter size hail moving to Winslow, probably to the south of Winslow. Let's see here. Okay, so I-49 is going to get affected. We got some large hail moving towards Winslow. This will be affecting the Winslow area. On Interstate 49 in probably the next 15 minutes and 20 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised to issue another warning, but probably going to keep that warning on. So this whole area, these whole storms look like they're starting to they're weakening a little bit. But see this outflow boundary? There's more stormings forming on that outflow boundary. So as this dives south, this could be damaging wind, hail potential for the River Valley possible as this dives south. It'll be affecting the River Valley in probably the next hour, 2 or 3. And it looks like these storms that are just forming still have some very strong winds on it, probably near around 45 to 50 miles per hour. If we loop our radar right now, you'll see what's been going over the last hour. As you see that outflow boundary, and the storms are starting to look like they're starting to take a dive to our south. So so what that means is looks like we need to be watching the Brentwood, Winslow, Chester, Natural Dam, Mountainburg area. Looks like there's a new warning probably about to be issued. Like I said, it's starting to dive south, so we need to keep an eye on this right here. This is for northern. Let's see. This is for northwestern Franklin, northwestern Crawford, and southeastern Washington counties until 4 p.m. This is for 60 miles per hour winds. Now this outflow boundary is taking a dive south towards the Fort Smith and Alma Mulberry area. This whole storm right here looks like it's starting to take, because you can see it's moving east, and now it's moving to our south. So it's starting to take a dive south towards the River Valley. So we're gonna keep an eye on this for you. So keep it tuned here. If you're just joining us right now, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Crawford, southeastern Washington, and northwestern Franklin. This is until 4 p.m. This is for 60 miles per hour winds, and it looks like we got some around quarter-size hail starting to form near in the rural parts of Washington County right now. Now I'm looking at this. Look at this. This is near the edge of the storm, and it looks like there's around 60 to 65 miles per hour winds. Now, there's going to be some areas where it's going to be localized damaging winds near 60, 65 possible. That'll probably be max. Let's see. So most of the winds in the storm are going to be around 50 to 60 miles per hour. So we're going to keep an eye on this as this boundary starts to move south. And as it gets into the mountains, it's just going to be blowing up because that outflow boundary, once it hits the mountain, it's going to race up in the atmosphere, and that's just going to provide more energy for these storms to lift because, I mean, you get upward motion and you get lift, and then that's what all these storms are doing right here. So we're going to need to keep an eye on this on the Boston Mountains region right here for the next several hours to see what this outflow boundary does, because there's some very strong storms moving into about to move into Crawford County right now, and they were moving east, but now it's starting to take a dive south along with that outflow boundary. So we are going to keep an eye on this right here for y'all. So keep it tuned with the LHS weather team. We're gonna go live on one of our other social media pages real quick. And let them know what's going on. Good afternoon, y'all. If you're just joining us, we got a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for northeastern Crawford, northwestern Franklin, and southeastern Washington. Storms were moving east, but now, since they have produced an outflow boundary, now they're starting to take a dive towards our southeast and south. The outflow boundary will be affecting the Fort Smith, Lavaca, Mulberry, Alma, Ozark area in probably the next hour and a half. So as these storms dive south, they will be affecting our area. Right now, it's moving into Winslow, Mountainburg, I-49, Chester. I'm seeing some core winds probably around now 50 to 60 miles an hour. So got some isolated damaging winds. So stay alert in this area, especially in the River Valley for the next few hours as this outflow boundary decides to move to our south. We're going to keep an eye on for you. I'm Austin Nagel from the LHS weather team. If you want to watch our live severe weather coverage, this is over on YouTube at LHS Weather, and we will keep you tuned on the severe weather. I'm Austin Nagel from the LHS weather team. Have a good day, everyone. Let's keep going live here on our YouTube channel. Looks like we got some more storms forming to near Mountainburg right now. It's actually producing a little bit of wind, probably near 20 miles an hour. That's just one rogue storm, and we need to keep an eye on this boundary for sure as it's moving through the mountains, the Boston Mountains. Look at Winslow. We got some core winds near around 40 miles an hour. Looks like we got core winds probably around 50 miles per hour. Let's get a look at hail indicator right now. Probably around quarter size hail, about to move on to I-49. Let's see if we can get a look at one of our cameras right now near Winslow. Got some slow traffic on I-49. We'll take a look at traffic in just a minute, but wow. Let's put you over on our Winslow camera. This is look at this right here. This is live look from our Winslow camera. This is on I-49. As you can see, some very, very heavy rain. Along with that, very strong winds. You can see that driving winds. I mean, you can see the cars are going really slow right now. I don't blame them. Can't find my mouse. So do be alert if you're on I-49 right now. If you're heading up towards Winslow, Fayetteville area, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Crawford County. This is for 60 miles per hour winds. And I don't know if you can see, there's probably some hail mixed in with that too. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a look from our Winslow camera right now. Let's get a look at traffic, because I just looked earlier and the traffic situation is crazy. Got some very slow traffic near West Fork, up and down I-49. That is with especially y'all even saw it right there. Some of them had their hazard lights on. Some of them were just going very slow, especially with that driving wind and rain. There's some slowdowns near 71. Looks like the rain's all the way down here near Winslow. So we're gonna keep an eye. On it for y'all. That's what we're here for. So let's go back to Viper radar right now. As we've got some very heavy rain moving into the Winslow area right now. Yeah, look at that wind and rain. I mean, I-49 is about to get slammed. If you're on the, let's see. If you're on, oh gosh, near the tunnel of, there's, oh Lord, I can't even say anything right now. If you're near the Bobby Hopper Tunnel on I-49, be alert, because there's a good core winds near 60 to, near 60 miles per hour, or at least 60 to 63 miles an hour wind. Very, very heavy rain about affecting that area. So stay alert with us, and we'll keep you informed on what's going on. So y'all can even see that the storm is starting to take a dive more south. So, and it looks like there's more development out here. So we need to keep an eye on this area for the next hour or two. Winslow is getting affected by this right now. It's around 30-mile-an-hour winds. The core winds is on the edge of the storm near on I-49 near around, and y'all were just looking at it from our Winslow camera, and around 60 to 65 miles per hour. So stay alert with us, and we will keep you informed on the latest severe thunderstorms. Let's go live northern. Alright, so we're gonna take just a few second break for just a few moments. Regain my voice back. We'll keep the radar up. This is severe weather coverage with Austin Daigle. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Alright guys, you're taking a look from our Artist Point camera on I-49 right now, where very windy right now. You can see that rain. The rain is starting to come. So let's get a look. So let's go back live. Oh my lord. Let's go back live to Viper. Just join us. We got some strong, severe thunderstorms moving through the area. Here's that outflow boundary right now, and that outflow boundary is producing a good amount of winds. As you see, the storms are starting to weaken just a little bit, but we're gonna keep an eye on what this outflow boundary does, because there's more storms starting to form, and once this outflow boundary starts moving through the mountainous or the Boston Mountain areas, that causes the outflow boundary can move off the mountain and just cause more lift, which is more energy to the atmosphere, which causes more storms to form. So we're gonna keep an eye on that for a little bit. We got more storms forming down here near north of Dyer, near just south of Mountainburg. Only producing around 20-mile-an-hour winds, not even hail on it. Let's see, so we got some strong storms near Winslow, I-49 near around 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now if we can get a storm rush from this warning, this is going to put it in, and it looks like, let's see, so here's the outflow boundary, just near Chester right now, in Mountainburg, and probably the next 15 minutes. This outflow boundary has good 30-35 mile-per-hour winds on it. We're just watching it from our Artist Point camera. And this is moving south, y'all. The outflow boundary is moving south, but the storms are moving southeast. So, with that outflow boundary moving south, we're going to keep an eye on for redevelopment for near the Cedarville area, near Fort. And you guys in Fort Smith, you may get hit by some storms later. If the outflow boundary redevelops more storms, so we're gonna keep an eye on that for y'all. So this traffic right now, I'm looking at the map and it's just slow. A little more storms developing near Cass and Highway 23, probably around nickel size hail. So let's do a radar loop. See, we got some storm damage near looks like we had some storm damage. We got tree down. No, this was from social media. So as you see, that outflow boundary is moving to the south. Some more storms are forming along that outflow boundary, and that's just going to cause more chaos. There's more storms near moving towards Branson. In Silver Dollar City right now, heads up. There's more storms are just going to be popping up all over the area. But with this outflow boundary moving to our south, that could cause some more chaos. So areas like Ozark, Charleston, Clarksville, stay alert over the next few hours. Fort Smith, Greenwood, y'all as well. I'm watching this little piece on the southwest tip of it. So y'all can see it's starting to dive more south. So this area is definitely an area we need to watch. Storms near Lee Creek are producing around 45-mile-per-hour winds right now. I want to go back to the camera and see what's going on. Chaos. Kinda. Here, let me look at Winslow camera real quick. Still raining out there. So let's take a live look from our Artist Point camera where it is raining. This is on I-49. Traffic's starting to slow down just a little bit. See that there's that rain shaft. You can see it. It's moving through, and it's about to get wild in that area, with the winds gusting around 40 to 50 miles per hour. There's some isolated areas where some damaging winds around 60 to 65 miles per hour are being produced. So we're gonna keep an eye on this, and we will keep y'all up to date. Right now, been going on for about an hour or so. So let's get a look back at our Viper and Alpha radar. As you can see, storms are moving off to our southeast. Lee Creek is hit by some storms. Very strong winds about to move into Lee Creek area, about 40 to 50 mile per hour. This whole storm is embedded with some very strong winds near 55 to 60 mile per hour near I-49. We definitely do need the rain. As you can see, that outflow boundary through. It's diving south along the storm, so the area I'm going to keep a watch on is Van Buren, Kibler, Barling, possibly Greenwood, Charleston, possibly Boonville, Mulberry, Dyer, Lavaca, Alma, Mountainburg, Chester, Altus, Denning, Coal Hill, Paris, Ozark, possibly St. Paul, and Paris, Subiaco. This area will probably have the next 2 to 3 hours. We're going to keep an eye on for storms. More storms developing out near Mulberry's. Only night producing some strong winds, probably near only 20 mile an hour. Strongest storms are to our north in southern Washington, northern Crawford County. So do stay alert on those storms right there. Looks like if you look here near Cass on Highway 23, let's zoom in. Looks like there's some wind starting to be produced out on the outside of that storm near 40 mile an hour, but inside, look at hail. There's probably around nickel to quarter-size hail falling in that area, and that's from the outflow boundary and the redevelopment. So once the outflow boundary hits the mountain, air rises quickly up in the atmosphere, and that causes more lift for storms to form. So, new significant advisory was issued for western Crawford, northeastern Sequoia, and southeastern Adair until 4:15. So this will be affecting. So this storms are starting to dive south and will be affecting the Fort Smith area soon. This is advisory until 4:15. So do stay alert, as we're going to bring you live coverage from these severe thunderstorms. and we will have a reporter out here later if we can get him out here. He can get him reporting, and he'll give us a live update, and we'll see what's going on over there. So we're gonna take a short break here. This is severe weather coverage, Austin Daigle. We're gonna take a short break here, and we will see you in just a few moments. Alright guys, so you're taking a look at Viper Radar, where it's becoming a mess right now in the area, especially near the Mountainburg area. The outflow boundary is near Rudy, with around 30-mile-per-hour winds. There's some isolated areas around 35-40 mile per hour. We got some hail out here near this is north this is near just north of Mulberry and east of Mountainburg. So keep it tuned here, and we'll keep you posted on everything right now. This is moving to the south into the River Valley, and will be affecting the River Valley in just soon. We got some core winds near Cedarville around 50 miles per hour. So that's going to be moving into the Fort Smith area soon. So if this gains strength and this alpha boundary keeps producing more storms and keeps these storms going, I won't be surprised if they issue a severe thunderstorm warning for the rest of Crawford County. But we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But there is a significant weather advisory for western Crawford, parts eastern Sequoia, and southeastern Adair. So we're just gonna keep an eye on that for the next little while. Because these storms are diving towards the south, towards the River Valley right now. We will have a live reporter out once the storm gets into the Greenwood, Fort Smith, Barling, Charleston, Levack area. Once it gets into mid-Sebastian County, we'll have a live reporter out in Greenwood. Our reporter, Kobe Clay. He's our newest reporter, and I think he's gonna do a really good job in helping y'all. Yeah. So do be aware, and he is gonna be a good reporter. We got Caleb is on trip right now, so Kobe's gonna fill in for Caleb, our other team reporter. But he would have been out in Van Buren. But the storms are starting to move to south, and they're now in Mountainburg right now. Look at all this. So we do the radar loop. You can see that this outflow boundary is just kicking off new storms like that, and it's just blending. The storms are just kicking off and just blending in because they already have. Look at this, near around 60 miles per hour winds already. Let me see how tall some of these storms are. With our Viper 3D, look at this, so tall that it still sees. Now this is near Ozark. Look at this. This is a very tall thunderstorm because it still has the levels that's stacking up on it. That is crazy. That is really. That's probably near. Look at our Echo Tops. That's nearing around 50,000+ feet tall, which is really, really tall. Now let's look at hail indicator right now. Oh, probably around quarters. Now nickel size hail, and in extreme western Franklin County right now, the potential of that is only 21%. Of that being severe hail. So looks like there's some storms near Franklin County right now, though that is producing near around 50-55 miles per hour near Highway 23. So this is a big area of strong thunderstorms that's starting to turn into a small complex, and that's moving. This is diving south towards the River Valley near Fort Smith, Van Buren, that area for Sebastian County, Franklin, and Logan, Sequoia, and LaFleur County. So for the next few hours, keep it posted here, and we will keep you updated on what's going on. Alright. So, if you're on Mountainburg right now, near the Mountainburg area near Lake Fort Smith, we got some 55 to 60 mile per hour winds. There's a good core winds on I-49. If we can, let's take a look at one of the cameras. Let's look near the Artist Point camera. No, I just looked there. It's nice. Let's see. If we can, let's go down to our Fort Smith iCam, see how things are going down there. So, if we can, let's Viper to our Fort Smith iCam right now, where it's very hazy out there. You probably can see all that rain out in Sequoia County, near Crawford County. But look at that. That's coming towards the Fort Smith area. Very hazy out there too. A lot of wind coming too. That's a live look from our Fort Smith iCam right now. So let's go back to Viper radar. Let's see. So it looks like we got a big storm that's developing near Cedarville right now. Starting to produce some hail, probably near near Marble Size, near a P to Marble Size. Cedarville, there's some strong winds moving to that area, probably around 40 to 45 miles an hour. Now, if you're just east of Cedarville, there's a good core winds, probably near 50 to 55 miles per hour. This is about to move into Alma area, the outflow boundary, with around 40 to 5 miles per hour winds. So the next areas to be affected are going to be the Mulberry, Ozark, Alma, Van Buren, Fort Smith, Barling, Lavaca, Greenwood, Charleston, Cecil, Boonville, Paris, Chisholmville, Coxville. Those areas are about to be affected probably within the next hour. So keep it here and we'll keep posted on what's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if they issued another warning soon for these storms. Probably an advisory soon, or either an advisory or a warning soon for this area. We're gonna keep an eye on these storms for y'all, so keep it posted, and we will let you know what's going on. So looks like there's a big area near Mountainburg, just near Mulberry, that's developing, moving to the south. Some very strong winds near Dyer. This is now starting to cross the interstate, so do be alert if you're on the interstate right now. We got some strong winds, probably near 20 to 40 miles per hour wind gust with the outflow boundary, and that could cause some. And that's gonna be crosswind. So if you got a high-profile vehicle moving west and you got winds moving from north, that's going to be very dangerous for that high-profile vehicle, because you got that wind just pushing on the side of a tractor trailer, and that could topple it, and not a good thing. I've seen it happen before, and it's insane. So if you're on the interstate, do be aware. And here's that outflow boundary. It's moving into Arena and Alma, about to move into the Fort Smith area. So as this starts to move into the River Valley, we're gonna keep you updated to make sure y'all know what's going on. like there's some more development near Dyer right there. Let's give him a little push. We're 45-mile-an-hour wind, so this is about to move into the area. Let's see if we can put a storm track on this front right here. So this outflow boundary is acting like a mini cold front, because you get that rain-cooled air. It's just dive into our south, and embedded in all these storms are between 30, 40 to even 50 to 60 miles per hour winds. So stay alert if you're in any of these areas right now. Like the Fort Smith area is about to impact in the next 15 minutes. Greenwood probably next 30 to 40 minutes, and Lavaca probably the next 20 minutes. This is now moving into Alma right now. Let's see. Wouldn't be surprised to issue another advisory soon. Oh lordy. Says this cold front is moving to the south. Probably thinking, what's going on? We got a cold front that is moving to the south. That's driving all these storms. There'll be some good relief until it starts warming back up by the end of the week. Alright. So it looks like a big area is about to move through to Ozark. Everything went lag. So as you can see, that storm's diving south, and there's more development near Mulberry. This is moving to the southeast. So in this general direction, towards Charleston, Paris, near Mulberry. Got more development out here near Cedarville. So we're gonna keep an eye on this area right here, especially for redevelopment. But the strongest area, it looks to be near Ozark, near Mulberry. So that's what we're gonna do for the next hour or so. And looks like now, if you're on this outflow boundary, now this outflow boundary is starting to worry me a little bit, because it's getting very strong. Like near Alma, this outflow boundary is producing about 55 miles per hour winds. And along this outflow boundary, its average wind speeds is going to be around 40 to 50 miles per hour. So do stay alert on these storms, as we're gonna keep you updated. Wouldn't be surprised if they issued another warning soon, or an advisory. We're gonna keep you updated. Alright, so if we can, let's go to the Fort Smith ICAM. Oh lordy. So let's go to our live Fort Smith ICAM where, oh lordy, look at that. It's about to get nasty. Is that a shelf cloud moving through the area? It's possible. If you got any weather reports or any damage related stuff, send those to the LHS Weather team. Our email is lhsweather@gmail.com. Our Instagram is LHS_weather. And our Snapchat is LHS Weather. Send in any way you want to. Just send it. You can send it, and we will show it, and we'll mention who's shared it, obviously. But we'd like to see those reports. You can also send those to the National Weather Service too. So if we can, let's go back to a Viper Doppler radar. And this outflow boundary is about to get into the Lavaca area too. Some very, very strong storms. So it looks like we got a new significant weather where this is a new significant weather advisory. This is for southwestern Franklin, Crawford, Sebastian, southeastern Sequoia, and northeastern LaFleur counties. This is until 4:45 p.m. So do stay alert with us, and we will keep you up to date on what's going on. So there's no severe weather right now, or there is that remaining severe thunderstorm warning, but there is strong storms moving through the area right now. Let's see. Alright, so if you're watching here, this outflow boundary is about to make its way through the river valley with around 40-50 mile per hour winds. So do stay alert or stay with us, and we'll keep you updated. So this is summary of what's been going on over the last few hours. These storms are about to make its way into the river valley. We'll do watch for redevelopment along this line. As it's about to move through river valley with some very, very strong winds. Let's go live to our Fort Smith ICAM right now. And wow, look at this site. There's a shelf cloud moving over Fort Smith right now and about to cause some very strong winds. This is very impressive. This is moving over the Fort Smith area right now. If we can, we're going to take it to our live reporter in just a few moments to see what's going on. Traffic right now looks to be running smooth, except I-49. Let's go back to stay on Viper Radar. Let's go back to Viper Radar right now. We're about to... Alright, so we're going to take Alright, so we're back, and as you see, the redevelopment has been off for quite a while. It's just some redevelopment near Ozark. As you can see, looks like that severe thunderstorm warning's out, but the outflow boundaries definitely make its way towards River Valley right now. This outflow boundary has a good 30, 40, 50 mile per hour winds on it. But it is making its way towards our area. Redevelopment hasn't been in a while, but there could be some redevelopment soon. So keep it here. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. we're gonna keep an eye on it, and we'll let you know what's going on. Summary: the storms are making its way through the area. Alpha boundaries coming. We're gonna when it gets close to when the redevelopment starts up again, and it gets close to our reporter, we're gonna go live for him in that little bit. But for now, we're gonna go off the air. We're